Hey friends, welcome back to Language Arts 1 with Miss Rowland. Today we're talking all about editing your in-class essay. Hopefully you did it, because if not, this video is not for you. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to learn about how you can perfect your writing, stay tuned. Now that you've finished up with writing your in-class essay, you're going to make it even better by editing it. In your language arts classes here at DECA, you're always going to be required to do in-class essays. But moreover, you're always going to be required to do in-class essay edits, so that not only are you practicing writing in that time frame, but you're practicing editing your work to make it even better. We're always going to be practicing doing essay edits because I want you to get an opportunity to practice different grammar skills, mechanical skills, and overall skills to strengthen your arguments in your writing. And also, with in-class essay edits, you not only can earn an editing grade, but ladies and gentlemen, you can increase your in-class essay score by working a little harder to strengthen your writing. To edit in-class essays in language arts, not only language arts 1, but going forward, and for your gateways, but we'll talk about that later, you're going to be employing a minimal marking system. So minimal marking is a document that you are going to get very familiar with here shortly that has a code system that identifies grammar, mechanic, and argument issues within your text. So ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look at the minimal marking sheet, you'll see that it uses a system of letters and numbers to identify common grammatical and mechanical errors. Not only that, I am able to identify holistic issues that you may have with your paragraphs with the argument section of your minimal marking sheet. So ladies and gentlemen, when we go about adding edits to your paper, we're going to go sentence by sentence when it comes to grammar and mechanics. So if you misspelled something or you forgot to capitalize a proper noun, we will give you a comment sentence by sentence using the minimal marking codes. But when you forget to add evidence, or your topic sentence doesn't match your thesis, or your paragraphs are just a little weak and they need a little more development, we're going to highlight the entire paragraph and leave you the comments, because we want you to understand that those issues are holistic in nature and you have to address them before you can go about fixing the grammatical errors. Because the minimal marking system is a little complicated to understand, it's always important to have your minimal marking sheet opened and ready when it's time to go about doing your edits. So if you take a look at the minimal marking sheet and you take a look at your writing, you're going to see comments that are left, and all you are going to have to do is coordinate what is left in the comment to what is on your sheet so that you know what error you need to fix. A minimal marking pro tip for you: always look at the clarifying notes, because there, if you are confused about what any of the codes mean, you get clarifying information that explains it in a little more detail to hopefully clear things up for you. So make sure that you're checking out those clarifying notes. So what does this process look like when you go about doing it? First, of course, always, you're going to start on Google Classroom. There, you're going to open up your minimal marking sheet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's important that you save the minimal marking sheet to your drive so that it is always accessible in the case you can't access Google Classroom. After you've opened up your minimal marking sheet, go ahead and get your in-class essay opened. When you open it up, let it load for a moment. You're going to see the comments that have been left on your document. I always recommend clicking the comment first and letting it take you to the sentence that has the issue, especially when you're looking at those paragraph comments. It's going to be a little hard to decipher what comment goes where if you're trying to just look at it by sentence. I always recommend looking at the comment first, because once you click the comment, it'll highlight the section for you and you'll know exactly where you need to be looking to identify your error. Once you look at the section that's been highlighted, see the comment that's been left for you. See the code that's in the comment, find your code on your minimal marking sheet, and go back to your sentence and fix whatever that issue is. So if you have a number 6, something is spelled wrong, go and find the misspelled word and go ahead and fix it. But you're not done yet. After you fix your issue, the way that you earn your editing credit for Language Arts 1 and probably beyond is going to be where you reply to the comment telling me what you did to fix your issue. If you just spelled the word correctly, just say I spelled the word correctly. If you added an S, say I added an S. If you replaced the word that I had an issue with, say that you replaced the word. But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, In your response, in your reply to the comment, you need to be telling me what you did to fix the issue that I have notated. And then, ladies and gentlemen, all you do is repeat the process until you're finished, and then you resubmit your paper. Didn't catch that? I didn't think so. Let's take another stab at it. Alrighty, my friends. Now you've gotten your essay back. You're ready to start editing. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and access your minimal marking document. You should be able to find this on Google Classroom. And if you aren't able to find it on Google Classroom, look again, because I guarantee you it's on your classroom stream. And if it's not, please feel free to reach out to your language arts teachers. I'm sure they'll be happy to share another document with you. But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, look on Classroom. It more than likely is there. So you're going to open that up. Go ahead and get your essay opened. If it's your in-class essay, you can access it from Google Classroom. If it's your gateway paper, you can find it in your drive. But either way, go ahead and get it opened. When you open up the document, you'll see that it is pretty highlighted, more than likely. Most people have a lot of issues that they need to address. Papers can be good and still have a lot of grammatical and mechanical issues. This is an example of one of those papers. Of course, I'm not going to put the student on blast, but as you can see, most of their document is highlighted. So the first thing that you're going to do when you begin doing edits in your papers is click the comments. Let the comments take you to where the issues exist in the paper. So when you click the comments, it highlights the section that has the issues. And if you read the comments, it'll tell you what you need to go ahead and take care of. So for example, when we click this comment, it highlights this sentence. As you can see, the comments let us know that we need to fix the salutation to how we address Mrs. Jones. We need to fix number 5, and we need to fix a 9 double I. So what we're going to do is go to our minimal marking sheet and look for what these codes represent. So we had a number 4, which means there was some poor word choice. But the teacher actually went ahead and said in parentheses what needs to be fixed, and it's the Mrs. So fix Mrs. We see that there is a 5 and a 9 double I. Let's go back to the minimal marking sheet. If you look at 5, it is phrasing and syntax. And if you go down to the bottom, it explains to you what phrasing and syntax means if you're a little cloudy on what that represents. So as you can see, it means that the sentence is not phrased correctly or it doesn't flow. So rephrase the sentence. And then lastly, the other code that we see is a 9 double I. So if you go back to your minimal marking sheet, you look for 9 double I. You're going to see that it is either articles, person shift, pronoun confusion. Most likely it is person shift. That is the most common issue that people have. And if you go back into the sentence, you will read it. First glance, Mrs. Jones seems like a vengeful person, but as we see her take him home and wash his face. So ultimately, the issue in this sentence is we. Okay, that is a second person issue. And what we need to do next is not only fix the issues, but where you earn your money at, like I told you already, is you replying to the comment saying what you did to fix the issue. So this sentence, they actually didn't fix the issues. I went ahead and put the comment in there, but that's beside the point. When you reply to the comment, you tell your teacher what you did to fix the issue. So the student would have replied, I fixed Mrs., rephrase the sentence and put it in third person. Boom. So again, ladies and gentlemen, all you do is click the comment, let it take you to the issue, look for the codes in your minimal marking sheet, and fix the issue. Now, when you click a comment that highlights the entire paragraph like this, then it is an issue with the entire paragraph, the argument in the paragraph, or the way that you're structuring the argument. So let's look at A2. You go back to your minimal marking sheet, you'll see that A2 says that the evidence is not appropriately introduced. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot just drop your quotes into your paragraphs. You have to introduce them and make sure you're citing them or you're plagiarizing, but we aren't here for that. But you have to make sure that you're reasonably introducing your evidence. So what the student will do here is go and fix where the evidence shows up in the text, use an evidence-based term like in the text it states or the author Langston Hughes writes. But ultimately, the introduction of the evidence has to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, follow the directions. Open up your minimal marking, open up your paper, click your comments, see what codes show up, find the issue on your minimal marking sheet, and fix them. And last, but certainly not least, reply to all the comments and resubmit your papers. You cannot assume that just because you fix the issues, your teachers are going to know that you fixed them. So make sure you press turn in if this is an in-class essay, And if this is a Gateway paper, resubmit it to your Gateway classroom when you're done with your edits. Alrighty, folks. At this point, only thing I can tell you if you are still confused is to start the video over. Because, ladies and gentlemen, all the tools that you need to be successful in your edits are given to you. So make sure that you have your minimal marking sheet accessible, your in-class essay accessible, and you are ready to perfect your writing. Happy writing!